We like to take the back roads because we like to look at houses.
Fair.
And you'll find like stray dogs and cats that are friendly to say hello to.
Right.
But
I like looking at this house with all their
this is a lot of
stuff.
Fun. It's like I always take like 7th Street, like directly ahead of us. I've always wondered where this road went. Like, I know where we are now. Like, there's that like abandoned school or wherever.
Yeah. We weren't sure how abandoned it was, but then we walked by it in the daytime, and it's like last day of school, May 17th. It's like, well, that's been
been
a while. Yeah.
Another house that fascinates me. They got like a bridge moat.
Those you can like climb up on top of like one of the rails, or like shimmy like underneath one, and then get on top and just like there's like
that's fun.
Yeah. There's like one night, not too long actually, after moving with y'all. I just like got up there, had like a thing of weed.
Nice.
Yeah, that was like right after Riley got me into it. Bad, not good.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I climbed up there and like smoked weed, listened to jazz for like an hour. This is a nice way to waste away, July night in Corbin.
Would be.
Like, when it's still warm enough to do such things.
Yeah. I mean, it's way too cold to actually be out here if you're a sane person. Really.
But, I mean, we're in present company.
Yeah, exactly.
Will we find...
We went out for a walk last night. We only walked for like an hour, and then we waited, 30 minutes, and went back outside, and it had dropped to like 42 degrees from 16.
Oh, it gets cold so fucking fast now. I hate it.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, during the day, like, I was walking around, like, shorts and t-shirt.
It's pretty nice out.
Yeah, like, that was perfect. It was like 65 and sunny. And now it's like, oh, thank God, I have like a sweater and pants now.
I figured that probably had something to do with your decision to go south for the winter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wholeheartedly. I mean, like, I was always kind of hoping to go south, but I don't know. Just the winter came on like real fast. I was like, oh shit, I should really get moving soon.
Yeah. We gotta go with the geese.
Yeah.
Go with the geese. Hello, abandoned elementary school.
I just get stoned and I follow birds around the country. I mean, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
Wait, 7th and 8th Street cross through each other? How does...
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
I mean, it makes sense in terms of like, oh, now I understand.
Well, it makes sense as to why we've been so confused as to what is 7th and 8th Street compared to the downhills. Because we'll be on either one of them and go, oh, this is the other one. And we'll come to the street sign and go, oh, no, wait, this is 7th or this is 8th.
Exactly wrong. I'd want to go down these a couple more times on the bike before I leave.
Look at that fucking house.
That is a big-ass house.
Up there on the hill.
I really like that Tudor one that's like pulled up here.
I don't know what a Tudor is, but you'll have to point it out to me when we get there.
Tudor's style architecture is one of my favorites. Very German. I like those edamame. And that's where we're just like handing them out like the handful though. Like not even a little packet, just sprinkle some like, crunchy cardboard into their boxes or into their bags of candy.
Just give them apples. Not caramel, straight up apples.
Straight
Granny
apples.
Smith even. Or actually,
Show the kids how little you care. Give them carrot sticks.
Carrots are cheap.
True. Carrot sticks and bananas.
Bad bananas, like the ones you keep in your freezer.
The type you just throw
So
save
it ruins the rest of the candy by the time they're done trick or treat. The fun part, or not fun part, depending on how much you like walking up hills, about hiking in Corbin, walking in Corbin is you kind of can't go a straight mile without climbing a ridiculously large hill.
Or at least be on some sort of incline.
Yeah. And then you'll get up to a hill, next road immediately after, down a hill, next road immediately after, back up the same hill.
Oh man, I was so miserable biking that.
Yeah.
It was like hills that were like, miles going up. It was just like, fuck me sideways. So I think there's a couple points or a couple days. I think I rode the bike as much as I liked it. So first day, it was just like a mad dash out of Ohio. That was like all flatland. I think I did 70 miles.
Damn.
About 7 hours.
Oh, I thought you meant going 70 miles an hour.
Oh, no.
She's like, that sounds dangerous. 70 miles, 7 hours, that's pretty good.
On a bicycle? Holy. Move aside, Armstrong.
We were at the top of this hill last night and Trixie goes, how fast do you think you could get down on a longboard with this? 80 miles an hour? And I go, no. Longboards don't go that fast.
At least 7.
At least 7. No,
Not quite 80, but more than 7.
I think like 40 is probably where you could safely top out on a longboard. But that's safely. There's the guys who like longboard down alpine mountains who have the pads. You know?
Oh, like shooting sparks and shit.
Yeah, those look really fun. I don't think I'm a risk taker enough to try that necessarily. Roller coasters do enough for me.
Did you ever see A Secret Life of Walter Mitty?
That is exactly the movie that turned me on to this concept. Because that one scene where it's obviously not Ben Stiller going down the mountain. But yeah, that movie's a lot of fun.
I love that movie.
It's a really good go touch grass movie.
Go touch grass. Makes me really want to carpe that diem, tell you what. It was cool. At one point I was up in Boonesboro. I was coming down here. And like I said, the day prior was just one of those gnarly climbs where see, like all I did was go uphill.
Mm-hmm.
And if I get to go downhill, I don't know how many miles it was, several. But I was just like,
Which way?
I can't remember which way.
you're hanging right. We're going to the liquor mart. Going downhill, it's like curving, spurring through national forest. And the last time I looked at my little Garmin or whatever, which also had like the speedometer on it, I was somewhere around like 42, 43. And after that, I like leaned all the way over the handlebars, so it was just like flat.
Awesome.
Vroom, dude, I passed a car at one point. So I just like my third day ever of doing any sort of distance biking.
There's a hill near where I grew up in San Marcos called it's on Borden Road, and it's the Borden Road Hill. And it is it's the hill my dad just tortured me and my brothers with when he first got us into road biking. And so it was like every single bike ride, we got to start on this one. It's hard. Got to do fun, hard things. I was like, God. And usually,
don't.
first week or so of doing that, me and my brothers would just be walking our bikes by a certain point because we put our bikes into the wrong gear and just it would become impossible to do. But on the other end of that, you could get up to like 50 miles an hour passing cars and stuff. Speed limit's only 30, so it was a lot of fun. The problem with that hill is it ends directly in a stop sign. Not a stop sign, but a traffic light. And so there's actually two. You can get yourself caught on one and have to like brake as hard as you can. But the dangerous one is just straight like, it's an intersection. You don't want to get caught in that.
Leroy Jenkins.
My dad has definitely Leroy Jenkins bike stuff. He's a madman. Not as crazy as Trixie's dad when it comes to biking, which is not something I thought I'd ever find in another person, being crazier about biking than my dad. But Trixie's dad will go for like, I think the other day he did 200 miles in a
Just
day.
for shits and gigs?
Yeah, no, it was absolutely crazy. Very impressive. Yeah, he had, I think he had said it was like 6 or 7 hours. He woke up at 3 in the morning, got back at 11 or something. And it's just like, Jesus Christ.
Remember he recently rode from...
This is the one I'm talking about. He rode from Huntington Beach down to San Diego.
Yeah.
Which is...
No, the crazier one was like, wasn't it Seattle to Portland or something like that?
That's actually... Well, I don't know if he... I don't know. I didn't see that one. That's got to be crazy too. I don't know how far those two cities are.
He had to like
Sounds
stop at a hotel like 18 hours into the bike ride. That was like 24 hours total or something like that.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's impressive. I hope to be in such physical shape soon. And that's, that's why we walk all the time.
No, it used to be I would just get on there though, like, because I like to blaze especially before cardio.
Yeah, it's very regenerative for your muscles.
But for me, it's why guys get lost in the music so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm doing cardio, so I don't hate the activity at hand.
Yeah.
But
Two cars from both ways.
I was doing 3.
That's a cute Tacoma.
I was doing 3 to 4 5-mile runs, like sub 40-minute runs over 38 to 40 minutes.
That is impressive.
And then I would go and I would lift for 90 minutes, 2 hours. But now, like without music, like okay, well, just stop doing cardio, getting really lazy with it.
This is my favorite house, at least one of my favorite houses that we pass all the time. It's because it looks like it's from the 70s, and also it looks like a log cabin. So those two things, they go together well in my head. Right up here, there's this crazy ass man.
Well, that bubble's gonna pop any day now, so.
Yeah. Oh no, houses are gonna go from.
It's about to drop into my price range.
Yeah, exactly. Although
it's my price range, man, living in a shed.
It's almost hard to find a house like over 200,000 here in Corbin.
Yeah.
But you know,
Well, maybe we're in this neighborhood.
yeah, in this neighborhood, it's also really fun because Corbin's built on like, oh, all the poor people live under the hill.
Right.
And everyone else lives on top of the hill in places that you wouldn't really know existed unless you wandered around all the time or lived here. It's a really interesting structure. I think it's hilarious how Corbin was city planned because it wasn't.
Okay, we're just gonna build a town here. How are you gonna build it? Bit by bit, I suppose.
And no one's gonna live here. It's just a train town. Then KFC came
The
to town.
KFC having that fucking kernel.
I think it works pretty well. Everything you need's at the bottom of the hill. Everywhere you want to live is at the top of the hill. You know, it's a cyberpunk city.
Yeah, it really is. Ah, it's not light enough to say. Oh, maybe.
I wish there was more places downtown.
Please
where
light
you
the
could
house
buy
I want to
booze
look at.
that
Car.
wasn't, a
Please light the house I want to look at. Sorry, what did you say?
Nope.
bar. So I wish there was more places downtown where you could buy booze that like wasn't a bar.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, it'd be nice, like, oh, I guess want to go pick up like a tall boy. It's like, well, I guess I'm hiking all the way to A to Z Mart.
Yeah, and we usually just go to Circle K, but Circle K has the worst selection of tall boys ever. It's just like all the kinds of Bud Light, all the kinds of Coors Light, just terrible beer, and then like tea.
Twisted tea is everywhere here. Like,
Well, yeah, you know, it's the South. Sweet tea's a big thing.
that's true.
And so is drinking.
Hey, look, the town down there. We come upon the Applebee's.
Is that where we're going?
I don't know, that looks like it says that, but I don't think it does.
Don't think it does say Applebee's.
Just walk all the way to Applebee's, get belligerent, and then stumble back.
That might be cheaper than going to Liquor Tank.
It might make for better content too.
They probably wouldn't care as much about us filming in the Applebee.
Yeah, no one else is in there.
In the comments below, let us know what you think.
Applebee's is a longer walk.
Yeah, that's true.
Closer to the cinema.
The cinema that only shows movies at 2 times a day.
Doesn't do that anymore. It's got a lot more showings now. They were gonna. Sorry, no. It does have sparse showings like that. I was getting confused because they had very briefly closed the cinema, so it's only like Thursdays and Sundays. And then they realized, shit, it's October. People are gonna want to watch horror movies.
Right.
And so they opened it back up all week.